Hope you guys are having fun in your trees too. Now here's the difference between stress and burnout. Remember, remember what burnout was, right? Where I put that paper? Right after burnout, a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. Alright? So prolonged stress can cause burnout. So burnout the can be of stress, but it's not the same as stress. Okay? You can have burnout, like I said in the little definition, caused by prolonged stress. Now, what's stress? That's what we have to identify here. Stress involves having too much. I know that's something that really makes no sense unless we go a little deeper. But that's what stress is caused by, having too much. Right? You have too much pressure. Oh, there's so much pressure on me. I got deadlines to meet. I got to answer all these emails. I got to do all this stuff. I got to cook dinner and everything. I forgot to get the Pampers and the baby done messed. I gotta make a diaper out the sheets. So I gotta cut up sheets and make diapers. There's just so many things I gotta do and everything. I got too much pressure. See, you got too much. You got too many demands with those pressures, you know? Some of those things you just feel like they're demands all over you. I have to do this. I gotta do that. This is has to be done right now. There's so much pressure and stress, and that's stress. And then those are the physical demands. You know. Then there's psychological demands too. Well, those are a combination of both. You know, with stress, you imagine that if you can get control of everything, it'll be all right. This is what the real big difference is with the stress. You know, with the stress, you feel like if I can just get control of this, everything's going to turn out right. If I just hit the number and win $1 million, life is going to be good. If the baby just grows up and gets toilet trained, everything will be perfect after that. You know, it ain't not perfect before. That was all on you. Remember, with boredom, the end game comes down really to procrastination and climbing the tree. You know, you know you can climb the tree, but you doubt yourself. So it comes down to procrastination. The stress comes down to too much pressure. You know the baby's going to get toilet trained eventually, so you know, why worry about it? Go through the stages of these things happening. But you think that if I can just get control on these things, if I can get a handle on all these emails, there's too many emails, if I can just get this paper written right now so that I don't have to worry about the deadline and stuff. If I can just do this, if I can just do that, if it just happens like this, everything will be great, everything will be better. But it's not, so I got all this stress. I got too much pressure. I got too much everything just weighing me down. So, see, that's the difference. Too much. Whereas burnout, not enough. It's just the opposite. I feel empty. You know, I don't have any strength. I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm this. I'm that. I have no motivation. I'm not caring. You know, I'm not caring about this. I'm not caring about them. Nobody cares about me. I have no hope. I see no future. I can't climb my tree. You know. So if I can't climb my tree, I'm not picking up my leaves either. I'm not cutting the grass. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I have no hope at all. I'm just a total waste of a person. My life means nothing. It's terrible. Both of these want to go to suicide, though. You know, both stress and burnout. They have suicidal ideations and stuff. You know, that's what they do. So let's look at stress and suicide together, side by side. Right? Stress characterized by an overengagement, got too much. Burnout, characterized by a disengagement. I can't do it. You know? They're just total opposites of each other. Emotions are overactive. You know, you get really emotional when you got too much stuff coming at you. You know, some emotions you might explode in some great bit of anger or something like that. Some emotional stress you might just sit down and cry for hours and hours and hours and hours because there's too much for you to do. Well, stop crying and go get it done, you know? But you can't do it because you have too much. It's just too much. It's too overpowering for you. Where burnout, you're blunted. It's like, ah, man, I just can't do anything, you know. So you don't care about doing anything. You don't feel the pressures of having too much for you to do. You feel the pressures of I can't do anything. I'm a waste. So then let's say, and then with stress, you got an urgency, right, and a hyperactivity. You become so anxious that you start wanting to do things, and then I gotta do this first, and I gotta do this, and then you got like 9 different urgent things to do at the same time. Baby still crying over there. You got no sheets on the bed no more because you gotta cut them all up in diapers. It is rough. The dog still hasn't learned how to open the refrigerator. The world just seems to be closing in on you, but it's coming so fast, and it's just too much of this world. And the burnout, you're just helpless. You're just ER. You're just moving at the slowest pace. You're just helpless. You're hopeless. You just want everything to go away. It'll be all right later. You know, oh no, it's really bad. And then what happens with stress? Now you get the physical parts of it coming at you. You start to lose energy. Because you've been so hyped up and everything, you got to come down eventually. You know, you've been manic for a while, worrying about all these things, and then all of a sudden you just crash. You know, that's when you start to fill up the handkerchiefs or the sheets with lots and lots of tears and stuff like that. You don't want to move, you can't do anything. You know, and the same thing happens with burnout. You know, you lose motivation. You know, you lose your ideals, and you lose all hope. So this is where they start to look really similar to each other. When you start to see the physical manifestations, the loss of energy, the loss of motivation, and then the anxieties and the disorders that come with the stress. Like we said, the anxieties are overwhelming. There's just too much, yeah, and everything's just too much, you know, basically. And then with the burnout, like I say, you feel detached. You feel like everybody else can climb their tree. How come I can't climb my tree? You know, I'm detached. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not worthy to be called a human being. You know, I'm different. I can't do anything. I'm useless. I have self-doubt. Yeah, and then you become depressed, and the depression starts to look just like the stress, depression and stuff. You become physically damaged. You become weak because you're not moving. This is with stress again. You know, you're not doing anything. You're trying to get rid of that too much. But you're trying to get rid of that too much by magic or something, that if I don't do anything, it'll go away. So I'll just sit right here on the dock of the bay, and sooner or later the ship comes in, and me and Otis are fine, and life starts to be good. Yeah. And then the same thing happens with burnout. You get damaged in your emotional state. With the burnout, you start doing the same thing just like with the stress, except you're procrastinating. I'm going to do it. You go, don't you worry, I'll take care of this just as soon as this happens, and then I'll be able to take care of this. Don't you worry. And then here comes the last part with these things together part. You become suicidal. Stress does bring on suicidal ideations. You know, people feel that bad about themselves. They reach such a low from being on having too much to do and too many things on their plate that eventually they just want to run away from it all and hide. And the same thing happens with burnout. You feel as though life isn't worth living because the only important thing that was happening in your life was one item, climbing that tree. Yeah? See, they're both different, but they both can end very badly for an individual. You know? And I said one's too much and one is not enough. You don't, one, I got too much on my plate and stuff like that. I can't do it. You know, it's just overpowering. The other one, I don't feel like I can do anything. There's just not enough in me to do this. I can't do this. I'm not capable of doing this. And this is how we go through life. Yeah, it's pretty bad. These things are really a serious type of thing like that. So burnout is often caused by your job. A lot of people get burnt out on their job. There's a lot of high-powered jobs out there, and a lot of people get burnt out on their jobs. And they get burnt out because they went into the job with these high expectations for themselves, and then when they didn't get it, the job wasn't fulfilling. And they're still looking to be fulfilled, so they feel undervalued. You go in there and you went to school, got your PhDs and everybody like that. You got 20 initials after your name, and you're working in the job and stuff, and you're so good at your job that you don't even realize that you made the job easy. Because it wasn't the job you was after, it was the recognition and all those things that come with that status. The job became easy. You were way overqualified for the job. There was no challenging thing for you within that job. And then because there's no challenging thing with burnout, you start to work too much. And you start to work too hard at trying to have something that's going to make people look at you and you can feel all this status and stuff. And it's already right there. It's that tree. The tree's there. All you got to do is reach up and grab it, shimmy up it, or grab a branch and pull yourself up, you know, or get a ladder. There's some way to climb that tree. It's right there, but you won't do it. So your lifestyle and your personality traits can also contribute to burnout, right? This is what happens because, man, we're thinking about a job now. So what do you do in your downtime? If you don't have a life outside of your job, which you got that job just so that you can think people can look at you and say, what a great and powerful, wonderful person, and I really wish I had a life like them, or I really wish I had a tree like they have, you know. But you know, they don't know you can't climb your tree. So that's pretty bad. So what do you do in your downtime is really important for burnout. You have to relax, and this is very, very important, you know. You have to fill your life up with other things too. You just can't be having one linear projection in life. You have to have, it has to angle out. There got to be a lot of little arrows going out all over the place in your life, you know. So in your downtime, you have to enjoy yourself. Yeah, and that's important, you know. And that'll help you climb that tree. But so how you see you in the world is important. In the world, you got to see how do I fit in the world? What's good for me in the world? But you got to remember too, what's good for me in the world. It's not what will somebody say is good for me in the world. How will somebody look at me like I'm special or something like that? You know? It's because it's all coming down to the world is climbing your tree, you know, your lifestyle and stuff. So let's look at a couple of burnout personalities quickly before we get there. So what is a burnout person? How can you tell if somebody is kind of burned out? Remember, we're archangels, so we're not looking for this stuff. But if it comes near us, we can see that it comes near us. We can see somebody that nothing is ever good enough. Now you know people who always talk like that. You know, you say, "Oh, man, we're doing this. We climbed that tree all the way to the top. Yeah, but we could have climbed it better. You know, we could have climbed it faster. We could have jumped over the tree. You know, we didn't have to climb. Nothing's ever good enough. You see these type of people, and these people are on the verge of burnout because they have a lot of self-doubt within them. So rather than let their self-doubt be seen, they try to mask it by over-enthusiasm. And their pessimistic view of themselves and the world. They're victims. Victimization. Victim. They're victims. They're always going to be victims. That's what's going to burn them out, is because they're victims. They see no way to climb that tree. They're not going to say it. They just going to talk about everything else and how negative and all these things like this, but they victimize. That tree has made them a victim. They can't climb the tree. They could if they lose the victimization. They can't do it. You know, so they victimize themselves within the world. It's because of this I can't climb the tree. My feet are too small. I can't climb the tree. My hands can't grip too good. I can't climb the tree. You know? I can't reach around the trunk of the tree to shimmy up the tree. So I can't climb the tree and enjoy the branches and the leaves and the view within the tree. I'm too weak to carry this ladder. You know? And that ladder is just all the things you need to climb the tree. Whatever the thing is in your life would come with that ladder. You could get a ladder. Climbing the tree doesn't mean you have to physically hand and put stakes in there and climb up. You get a ladder, climb the tree. It's all the enjoyment of climbing the tree, being in the tree. But you victimize yourself so badly that you can't do these things. And that's sad. And then, but also at the same time, these people you see, even though you can see their victimization and you can see that nothing's ever good enough, they need to be in control. They want you to act like them. Yeah? That's what they want. They don't want you to climb your tree either. You know? Because then they're all alone. And they can't be alone. Because they're really high-achieving people with A personalities, you know. They're type A people. But they can't be alone. And not only can't they not be alone, and they need to be in control. They need to be in control so much that they don't delegate anything. They'll say how it should be, and then have a whole list of why it didn't happen the way it should be. But they wouldn't say to somebody, well, can you handle this? And you say, yeah, okay, take it. They'll never say that. They'll never do that. They'll want to make sure, even if they watch you start climbing your tree, and they'll try to bring you back down and ask you a question so that you try to not climb your tree. So those are a little bit of things about burnout. Now, how do we combat burnout? We'll go through this list real quickly because we'll write it out. To combat, we seek some comfort with your closest relatives, with your friends and family. You know, enjoy your friends and family. You know, you come home, hug your wife, chase the kids around, you know, pet the dog. You know, just enjoy everybody. Just have a good time. Play. That's all it's really saying. Climb the tree. Take them all out back, put you in your tree, and all you climb up. Right? Limit the amount of time around the negative people. The victims that you know and that you see, you don't have to hang out with them all the time. It's not your responsibility to give them 10 fingers up to the tree and stuff like that. They're not going to want it anyway. You know? You shouldn't not try. You know, if they're there, you should be there for them if they need a hand. But you want to limit the amount of time that you're with the negative people. Because if you don't, then you're gonna. Their aim is to make you like them, and make you like them is to fill you up with negatives too. Then try and be more social too. I know it sounds counterintuitive like that. Try to be more social. Yeah, that's like with everybody. People that you meet on the street, say hi. You know, that's social. Just little things like that. And then do something meaningful, you know, within your community. You know, you might wanna. They might have a parade within your community, and you might pick up 2 pieces of paper after the parade goes by. You know, keep your nice community clean. You might want to get involved with religious connections. You know, you might want to be active within your church. You know, and whenever they're doing something within their community, you know, play sports. You might want to have, you know, might want to go to a walk. You might want to go to a race. You might want to go watch your kids play baseball and everything, and throw the ball with them and hit the things and stuff. You want to do that, and you want to find balance in your life. You know, you don't always just want to focus on climbing that tree. You know? Because focusing on climbing that tree and you can't climb the tree is burnout. If you can't climb the tree, there's no need to focus on the tree at all. You can climb the tree. It's there for you to climb. You just climb it. So you want to balance your life with other things, with friends, hobbies, just a joyous, happy outlook. You know, you want to, as Trooper Joe says, have that fun. Yeah, you want to do. And then here comes the best part. You want to rest and relax and have that fun. That's what you want to do. These are some little ways that you can better approach burnout, and some ways that you can combat burnout. All right? I hope that we had some fun with that, and I hope everybody climbs their tree. They're all there. We got a beautiful planet full of beautiful trees, and we got beautiful people that can climb those trees, and you all can climb those trees. You know? However you get up in those trees and those branches and those leaves in the daylight, in the night when you can see the stars, that's all up to you how you get up there. But get up there. Y'all can do it. It's not doable. All right. Well, this is Trooper Joe, and I want to tell everybody to have that fun. And if you need comfort food, there's always fresh fries.
And chicken.
And chicken. All right. I'm going. You have that fun now.